On mornings, it might feel like your shoulders are carrying yesterday's stress. Your core feels shut down, your breath shallow. But the reset doesn't need to be complicated. It just needs to start. Let's hit the mat. Start standing or kneeling, clasp your hands behind your back and gently pull them down and away from your spine. Lift your chest and open through the front of your shoulders. The stretch isn't just physical, it's emotional. It reminds your body you don't have to live closed in. I promise this simple move realigns posture, reduces neck tension, and frees up your breath, especially if you've been hunching over a desk or screen. Beginners, keep a soft bend in the elbows. Advanced switches, interlace fingers, and lift your arms higher for more intensity. Hold it for 5 more seconds. Do you feel that pull through the collarbone? We're just getting started. Next, we go deeper. Come to all fours and now walk your hands forward and melt your chest down toward the mat, keeping your hips stacked over your knees. This is your let go posture. Let go of the tension in your shoulders. Let go of that subtle clench in your jaw. I promise this will open your thoracic spine, decompress your shoulders, and create space to breathe fully again. Beginners, keep elbows bent and stay higher. Advanced switches, stretch your fingers wide and sink your heart deeper toward the floor. Now, challenge yourself to soften your breath. Breathe in and melt 1 inch deeper. 5 more seconds. That just unlocked your back. Now let's activate your core. Still on all fours, extend your right leg straight back and your left arm straight forward. Pause, now breathe. Can you stay steady without wobbling? This is where core control begins. Not in crunches, but in stillness. I promise, this move fires up deep stabilizers that protect your spine, build balance, and rewire your nervous system. Beginners, keep toes down for balance. Advanced switches, add a pulse at the top for more control. Do you feel the connection from your fingertips to your heel? If not, slow down and squeeze tighter. Ready to switch? Left leg reaches back, right arm reaches forward. This side might feel harder. That's okay. Most people don't realize their imbalance until it shows up in simple moves like this. I promise strengthening both sides equally will reduce back pain and improve posture throughout your day. Keep your gaze soft, breathe. Pulse once, hold, pulse again. 5 more seconds. Now, let's bring it all together with the most energizing reset we've got. From all fours, lift your hips into downward dog, paddle your heels, feel the length in your spine. Now slowly wave forward into cobra. Drop your hips, lift your chest, then return to downward dog. This dynamic transition wakes up the whole body, shoulders, spine, core, hamstrings. I promise this is the most powerful 60-second reset you'll do all day. Beginners, drop to knees in cobra. Advanced switches, add a push-up between transition for more strength. Let's play a little game. How many slow control transitions can you complete without rushing? Final round. Push back and breathe in the clarity. We're starting with a silent strength move. Come to all fours, extend your right arm forward and your left leg straight back. Reach and lengthen, then slowly pull elbow to knee beneath your body and repeat. Your body doesn't need chaos this morning, it needs control. I promise this re-engages your core, stabilizes your spine, and recenters your breath in under 30 seconds. Beginners, keep your toes down and move slowly. Advanced switches, hold at the top for 2 seconds before contracting. Bird dogs are used in physical therapy to treat back pain because they build a real stability. Five more seconds here, and then we mirror it. Left arm forward, right leg back. Reset your spine and activate your back line. This isn't about speed, it's about presence. I promise it wakes up deep stabilizers in your core that crunches can't even touch. Beginners, focus on balance and breath. Advanced switches, add a light resistance band if you want to level up in the future. Can you hold your balance without wobbling? That just reset your spine. Now let's fire up your hips. Stand tall, pull your right knee up, rotate it out to the side or rotate it toward the inside. Then step down. Repeat on the left, keep alternating. This is your dynamic posture reset, like oiling the joints after a long freeze. I promise you this improves coordination, hip mobility, and preps your nervous system for focused movement. Beginners, keep the rotation small. Advanced switches, add a gentle core twist at the top. The next move will unlock your hip flexors even deeper. Let's play a little game. Can you keep rhythm for 10 more seconds without missing a beat? Now we build strength through the twist. Step your right foot forward into a lunge and left hand plants on the ground. Right arm reaches up to the ceiling and twists open. You're wringing out the tension. I promise the stretch realigns the hip flexor and spine while opening your chest and improving digestion. Beginners, drop your back knee and focus on the reach. Advanced stretches, keep the back leg extended for more intensity. Can you spiral 1 inch higher? 5 more seconds. Lock that in and let's balance it out. Switch sides, left foot forward, right hand down, left arm to the sky. This is your finishing stretch. Finish strong. I promise this ends the routine with a powerful balance of core activation and hip release, resetting your body for movement and stillness. Beginners, keep the twist subtle. Advanced stretches, try stacking your shoulders perfectly. Can you hold the twist for 5 more seconds, even when your body wants out? Start standing, hinge from your hips and let your upper body melt forward. Knees can stay soft, let your arms dangle or grab opposite elbows and sway gently. When life feels heavy, this move gives you the gift of gravity. I promise this will decompress your spine, release hamstring tension, and quiet mental noise in under 60 seconds. Beginners keep knees bent and fingertips resting on thighs or shins. Advanced stretches, straighten the legs and draw your chest towards your thighs. Most hamstring tightness isn't just from working out, it's from sitting. Can you surrender for just 5 more seconds? Let go of control and breathe. We're not done. Let's go deeper. Come down to the floor, step one leg forward, extend the front knee and slide the heel out. Keep your hips squared, flex the front foot and lean into the stretch. This is a stretch we tend to avoid because it holds the most truth. This will lengthen your hamstrings, unlock it and tension your hips, and restore mobility where you've gone numb. Beginners, place yoga blocks or hands on your thighs. Advanced stretches, fold over your front leg and hold the stretch. Here's what most people get wrong. They force it, but this stretch rewards patience. Do you feel that yet? If not, adjust your hips and flex the foot. Now hold for 5 more seconds. That just unlocked your back. Now let's loosen up your hips. Step your right leg forward into a low lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sink into the hips. Gently pulse or rock forward and back. This stretch is the hinge point between your upper and lower body, the missing link in most people's routines. I promise it will free up your hip flexors, improve posture, and reduce lower back stress. Beginners, keep your hands on your thigh. Advanced stretches, add a twist or reach the arms overhead. Hold it, then rock, then deepen. Now 5 more seconds of stillness. We're not balancing this out, we're building rhythm. Now switch sides. Step your left leg forward and find that pulse again. You might feel more restriction on this side, and that's okay. Most of us carry more tension on one side of the body. I promise this isn't just opening your hips, it's releasing control and training grace under pressure. We're finishing strong with a full body movement that tests everything we've opened. Can you drop 1 inch lower? Five more seconds. You've got this. Now let's tie it all together. Stand tall, feet shoulder width apart. Drop into a deep squat. Grab your toes or ankles. From here, straighten your legs as much as possible. Then drop back into the squat. Repeat. This is your final challenge. Mobility, balance, breath, strength, all in one. I promise you'll unlock your hamstrings, open your hips, and wake up every major joint in your body. Beginners, don't worry if you can't get low. Just move within your range. Advanced stretches, keep your heels down and chest tall in each squat. Here's a challenge. How many slow, smooth reps can you do in 60 seconds? Breathe into it. Own it. Now finish strong. 5 more seconds. You're not just stretching, you're building a rhythm your body can trust. Come to a tall kneeling position, hips stacked over knees, hands on your hips. Slowly sit back towards your heels, then rise back up. Feels easy? But wait for it. You're teaching your hips to move with the spine and not against it. I promise, this reactivates your glutes and hip flexors while creating gentle spinal decompression without forcing anything. Beginners, hold a wall or chair for balance. Advanced stretches, add a slight squeeze of the glutes at the top for maximum control. Did you know that sitting too long shuts down your glutes? And this wakes them up. Keep going. You've got 5 more seconds. Now we add rotation to that foundation. From your kneeling position, start circling your hips in a slow, controlled motion. Clockwise first, then reverse. This move rewires your nervous system while gently realigning your lower spine. I promise, it's one of the best mobility moves you're not doing. And it relieves lower back tightness almost instantly. Beginners, keep the movement small. Advanced stretches exaggerate the range with control and breath. Feel that? That's your pelvis regaining rhythm. Switch directions halfway through. Do you feel that yet? If not, your hips may be frozen from years of static sitting. You just reconnected your pelvis and spine. That just unlocked your base. Now, let's open up your hips. Step your right foot forward into a low lunge, back knee on the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, shift your weight back and straighten the front leg halfway. Flow between these two positions. This move targets every muscle group locked up from stress and screens. I promise, this opens up hip flexors, hamstrings, and resets your posture. All in one move. Beginners, use blocks or keep your hands on thigh. Advanced stretches, add a gentle spinal twist over the front leg. Did you know that tension in the hips equals tension in your jaw? They're connected through your fascia. Let's balance it out. Switch sides. Left foot forward, same flow. Lunge low, then shift back. If your back's been aching, this side is where you'll feel the release. I promise, this move resets asymmetries in the hips, helping both sides of the spine stack evenly. Beginners, shorten the stance. Advanced stretches, focus on a long exhale in the deeper phase. Here's a little challenge. Five more seconds. Hold the stretch and reach just 1 inch further. Now rise up. We're going into the final reset move. Come to a standing position. Hinge at the hips and let your upper body hang. Arms dangle. Knees can bend. No force, just a release. I promise, this decompresses the spine, relieves the hamstrings, and calms the nervous system. Beginners, rest your hands on your thighs or shins. Advanced stretches, reach for your ankles or the floor. Let's play a little game. Try to exhale 3 times longer than you inhale. Let your nervous system catch up to your body. Hold for 5 more. 4, 3. That wasn't just a stretch. That was a reset. Some mornings feel like you're dragging yourself out of cement. Your body's stiff, your breath is shallow, your energy barely there. But you don't need caffeine to come alive. Just 5 minutes of intentional movement. Let's hit the mat. Start on all fours. Begin gently circling your hips. Slow, wide, deliberate. Like you're tracing a figure 8 with your spine. This stretch might look simple, but it's secretly powerful. It speaks to your spine, hips, and nervous system all at once. You're not just warming up your body, you're reawakening the rhythm your day will follow. I promise, loosening your pelvis like this will unlock your lower back, reduce stiffness, and prep your core without a single crunch. Beginners, keep circles slow and shallow. Advanced stretches, add some breath work. Inhale on the forward arc, exhale on the back. Your pelvis acts like a steering wheel for your spine. How it moves affects everything above and below it. Hold for 5 more seconds. Now come to stand. Let's amplify this flow. Stand tall, feet hip-width apart. Begin circling your hips in slow, intentional rotations. Back, side, big, round, controlled. This is your permission to move with freedom again. No mirrors, no perfection, just flow. You're waking up every stabilizer muscle in your core without a single rep. I promise this movement recenters your balance, boosts spinal health, and sets your breath back into alignment. Beginners, soften the knees and reduce the circle. Advanced stretches, add a slight pause at the back edge for a deeper glute engagement. Can you reverse the direction and keep your rhythm? Now shake it out. We're about to stretch tall and wide. That just unlocked your hips. Now let's open the side body. Step your right foot out to the side, left knee down, arms reaching wide. Now place your right arm on your thigh and reach overhead, creating a long line. The stretch wakes up the space between your ribs and hips, a place we often compress when we sit all day. I promise, this unlocks better breathing and posture in less than 30 seconds. Beginners, keep the front knee slightly bent. Advanced stretches, reach further and gently swing your arm. Do I feel taller yet? If not, sink a little deeper and open your chest. Hold for 5 more seconds. Now switch sides. Same shape, other leg forward, extend and reach. This side may feel tighter, and that's okay. Use your breath to stretch beyond the stiffness. This isn't about symmetry, it's about surrender. I promise, if you make this a daily habit, your lower back and posture will thank you. Try adding a slight chest twist toward the sky for extra length. And now, we finish strong with the most underrated posture enhancer. Stand tall, clasp your hands behind your back, or reach for a towel if needed. Pull your knuckles down, lift your chest, and breathe into the front of your body. This stretch undoes everything the world does to your posture. It says, I'm open, I'm grounded, I'm ready. I promise, you'll feel taller, lighter, and more centered in less than a minute. Beginners, bend your elbows or use a towel. Advanced stretches, hinge slightly forward while keeping your arms lifted. Can you lift your hands a little higher while keeping your shoulders relaxed? Hold, breathe in, and exhale slowly. Start in a tabletop position. Bring your right knee forward and angle it toward your right wrist. Extend your left leg behind you, resting the top of your foot on the ground. Now fold forward slowly, letting your chest melt toward the floor. This isn't just a stretch. This is emotional release. I promise, pigeon pose helps release tight glutes, relieves lower back pressure, and taps into deep stored tension in the hips. Beginners, place a cushion or block under your hip if you feel uneven. Advanced switches, bring the shin more parallel to the front of the mat for a deeper stretch. Here's a raw truth. Your hips are one of the most emotion-storing areas of the body. Let's breathe that tension out now. 5 more seconds, then we mirror it. Now bring the left knee forward and slide your right leg straight behind you. Settle in, let gravity do the work. Notice how the side feels completely different. That's not just physical, it's a reflection of your lived experience. I promise, the side opens up access to flexibility, stability, and ease in your stride. Beginners, don't push, support yourself and breathe. Advanced switches, try walking your hands even further forward as your hips soften. Quick challenge. Take one deep breath and try to sink 1 inch lower. Now, slowly rise up because we're going into a move that will rotate the hip joint in a way you probably haven't explored today. Sit on the floor with both knees bent and feet wider than hip width. Gently let both knees drop toward one side, then switch back and forth like windshield wipers. Most people forget internal rotation, and that's why their hips stay locked. I promise, this improves joint health, reduces injury risk, and makes all other hip stretches more effective. Beginners, move slowly with your hands behind you. Advanced stretches, keep the chest tall and go hands-free. Did you know lack of hip mobility can affect digestion and even posture? Keep rotating, 5 more seconds, and now we lengthen. Stand up, step your feet wide apart, toes slightly turned in. Now hinge forward at the hips, and slowly reach both hands towards your toes. Let your head hang, sway side to side if you need to. This move blends hamstring release with spinal decompression. I promise, this reduces lower back tightness, lengthens the posterior chain, and brings blood flow back to the brain. Beginners, bend the knees slightly. Advanced stretches, reach your opposite ankles or bring hands to the floor. Feel that pull behind your knees. That's your body waking up. Hold 5 more seconds. That just unlocked your back. Now let's loosen up your hips. Step 1 foot forward into a low lunge, back knee on the floor, reach arms up, hold for a breath, then switch. Alternate sides every few seconds. This is your final charge up. I promise this will boost blood flow, opens your hip flexors, and kickstarts circulation through your entire lower body. Beginners, keep hands on the knee for support. Advanced stretches, add a twist toward the front knee for a deeper release. Can you give each side 3 deep breaths without rushing? You're not just stretching, you're shifting into presence. Now take one final inhale. Start by kneeling. Big toes touching, knees wide. Stretch your arms forward and melt your hips back toward your heels. Let your forehead touch the floor. This is where we begin. Not with strain, but surrender. I promise this pose calms the nervous system, gently lengthens the spine, and creates the stillness your body has been craving. Beginners, use a cushion under your chest or forehead for support. Advanced wishes, walk your fingers even further out and deepen the breath. This position stimulates the vagus nerve, which helps regulate stress. Try to exhale a little longer than you inhale and see what shifts. Now, gently roll your torso up. We're about to unravel some deeper tension. Come to all fours. Slide your right arm underneath your left arm, palm facing up until your right shoulder and temple rest on the ground. The stretch sneaks into the upper back and shoulders, right where tension loves to hide. I promise this move releases stuck fascia, reduces shoulder tightness, and resets spinal rotation. Beginners, keep the left hand grounded for support. Advanced wishes, reach the left hand toward the sky or wrap it behind your back. Do you feel that subtle shift behind your shoulder blade? 5 more seconds right here. Now press up gently because the left side is calling. Slide your left arm under your right this time. Let your temple drop and breathe into the twist. Notice the difference between your sides? That imbalance is why you need this. I promise loosening this tension here will ease headaches, improve mobility, and even support better posture throughout the day. Beginners, keep the movement small. Advanced wishes, play with extending the top arm for a deeper release. Keep breathing through it. You're not forcing, you're creating space. Ready to come forward and lift your heart? Lay flat on your stomach. Now place your elbows under your shoulders and lift your chest. This gentle back bend doesn't look like much, but it wakes up your spine from the inside out. I promise this opens the chest, supports spinal extension, and helps counteract hours of sitting. Beginners, keep elbows wide and lower down. Advanced wishes, press palms down and lift into seal pose for a stronger arch. Here's something wild. Just 60 seconds in this position has shown to improve mood and focus. Try it. Hold 5 more seconds. Now let's wrap it all up with something that opens the body and centers the breath. Sit or kneel tall. Clasp your hands behind your back and slowly draw them down while lifting through your heart. You've made it this far. Don't hold back. This final stretch is more than physical. It's a reset of posture, confidence, and breath. I promise this will reduce shoulder slouch, activate core alignment, and give you space to breathe deeper naturally. Beginners, keep arms low. Advanced wishes, fold forward while keeping the hands clasped and lifted. Can you hold this pose and take 3 full expansive breaths without collapsing? Good. Now exhale everything out. Step your right foot forward, drop your back knee, and gently pulse into a low lunge. This isn't about hitting a perfect stretch. It's about waking up the deep tension that's been quietly hiding in your hips all week. Slowly rock forward, then ease back just an inch or two. Let your breath lead the movement. I promise this flow reopens your hip flexors, eases spinal compression, and preps your legs for real range. Not just movement, but mobility. Beginners, keep both hands on the floor. Advanced switches, try adding a gentle twist toward the front knee. Hold for 5 more seconds. Do you feel the difference already? Let's switch sides. Same movement, new side, and you'll probably notice this one feels tighter. Most of us are lopsided without realizing it. That's okay. This is where the balance starts. Pulse into it, breathe into the tension, reset your pace. Not just physically, I promise, even 30 seconds of this can reduce tightness through your lower back and boost circulation into your legs. Right after this flow, we go deeper into the hamstrings. Ready? That just unlocked your hips. Now let's lengthen your hamstrings. From your lunge, shift your hips back and straighten the front leg. Keep your hands on either side of your shin and flex your foot toward your face. This isn't about touching your toes. It's about creating space through the whole back of the leg. Feel that pull in your hamstring? That's years of built-up tension finally releasing. I promise this stretch restores flexibility, decompresses your knees, and improves posture from the ground up. Beginners, keep a micro bend in your front knee. Advanced stretches, fold deeper and lengthen through your spine. Can you stay present here without rushing to the next move? Breathe through it. 5 more seconds. And now we shift into the hidden hero of hip health. Sit down, feet flat, knees bent, drop your right knee towards your left foot, then come back to center and alternate like windshield wipers. Keep the movement controlled and grounded. This one might look easy, but it's a game changer. Most people focus on opening the hips externally, but internal rotation is the key to unlocking knee and lower back tension. I promise this will rebalance your hips and prevent the tightness that leads to injury. Beginners, keep the feet wider. Do you feel the deep hip pull yet? If not, slow it down and let gravity do the work. Hold your last rotation and let's stand to finish. From standing, bend into a deep squat, elbows inside your knees. Grab your toes, then straighten your legs into a forward fold. Now squat again and repeat. This is your final reset, combining breath, mobility, and strength. Each rep is like wringing out the last bit of stress in your spine and legs. I promise, this movement fires up your hips, lengthens your hamstrings, and brings blood flow to your brain. Beginners, keep the knees slightly bent. Advanced stretches, try slowing down and holding each end of the stretch longer. Tell me, how many controlled reps can you complete in 60 seconds without rushing? Let's finish with one more rep and let it all go. Did you wake up feeling tight across the chest, shoulders creeping up to your ears? You're not alone. This isn't just bad posture. It's accumulated tension from sitting, scrolling, and stress. But what if the way you're standing right now is actually making it worse? Stick around, because this posture reset is going to reverse that in real time. Let's hit the mat. First, we open the front line. If you sit, slouch, or scroll, you need this more than you realize. This stretch isn't just about posture, it's about presence. Interlace your fingers behind your back, palms are pressing together or grabbing opposite wrists. Pull your hands down and back while lifting through your sternum. Keep the ribs soft and the neck long. Inhale into your collarbones, exhale through your chest. You're going to feel a gentle stretch across your chest and front shoulders. Lift through the heart and an opening under the collarbones. Your breath flowing wider and deeper. This resets slouch posture, unlocks better breathing, and restores a confident stance. I promise you'll feel taller and lighter after just 1 minute. Still feel tight through the upper back? Good. That's where we're going next. Pull your knuckles 1 inch lower. Can you stay there while breathing deeply? That just gave your chest space, and now let's dive into your shoulders. If your upper back feels locked up, this is why. Puppy pose taps into that line most people skip, the space between the shoulder blades and spine. Start on all fours, walk your hands forward until your chest lowers toward the mat. Keep your hips stacked over your knees. Rest your forehead or chin down, whichever feels safe. Relax your ribs and breathe into your armpits. You're going to feel a stretch from the front of your shoulders down through your chest. Elongation in your upper spine. Release between the shoulder blades. This stretch rewires your shoulder posture, opens up locked fascia, and decompresses tension you didn't know you were carrying. I promise you'll feel taller and more open by the end. Couldn't sink all the way? Don't stress. The next move will help open that space even more. Hold still. Exhale into your ribs. Let your upper spine soften. 5 seconds. That just peeled back the tension, and now let's reach into your side body. This stretch is about balance, not just left and right, but how your breath supports your body. Kneel on your right knee, left foot extended straight out to the side. Inhale, lift your left arm overhead. Exhale, reach toward the right side. Keep the chest open. Feel the stretch from fingertips to outer hip. Swing your arm gently for 30 seconds and switch sides. You feel a deep side body stretch from ribs to hips, length through the spine, a gentle pull under the shoulder and down the wrist. This opens your intercostals, relieves tension that messes with your breath, and improves postural symmetry. I promise you'll feel more aligned from top to bottom. Did one side feel harder? That's your cue. It needs more attention tomorrow. Can you hold and reach 1 inch further without collapsing your core? That just balances your side-to-side control. Now we go full circle. Time to reintroduce play. This move isn't just fun, it reveals where your spine is stuck. Stand with feet shoulder hip width apart, knees soft. Begin circling your hips in a wide loop clockwise. Move slowly and fluidly. After 30 seconds, reverse direction. You can feel your hips gliding smoothly, core lightly engaging, shoulders relaxed, spine subtly shifting. This dynamic mobility pattern improves lumbar circulation, pelvic control, and full body rhythm. I promise you'll feel recalibrated and centered. One direction felt clunky? That's feedback. We don't avoid it. We work through it. Widen the circle. Keep it smooth. Can you stay fully balanced for 5 more seconds? That just realigned your entire core. Now let's lock it in. When your hips feel stiff, your whole day moves slower. This stretch is how we flip the switch. Step your right foot forward into a low lunge, drop your back knee, keep the hip square, inhale to lift the chest, Exhale to deepen the lunge. You're going to feel a deep release in the left hip flexor, gentle tension across the quad and groin. Tight hip flexors limit your stride and put pressure on your lower back. I promise this one breathes space back into your movement. Next, we'll meet the other side and see if the tension's been hiding there all along. Shift forward just 1 inch more. Can you stay calm in your depth? Is your breath staying steady, or are you bracing without noticing? That just unlocked your front hip. Now let's bring balance. No two hips feel the same, especially first thing in the morning. Step your left foot forward, drop the right knee down, square your hips, relax shoulders. Use each breath to melt deeper without losing form. You're going to feel a mirrored stretch in the right hip, subtle differences in tightness or balance. Even small imbalances here affect posture, gait, and energy. I promise you'll feel light after this. Your hip tightness might be triggering neck tension too. It's all connected. Lift your chest, now sink the hips. 5 seconds deeper. Are you stretching into the tension or avoiding it? That just realigned your hips. Now let's reset the rotation inside the joint. We stretch outward all the time, but internal rotation, that's what unlocks long-term freedom. Sit with knees bent, feet flat. Drop both knees gently to one side. Return and switch. Keep your core stable. Move with control, not speed. You're going to feel an internal glide in the hips, subtle pull through groin and outer hip. Internal hip rotation is often overlooked, but I promise it's essential for joint health and pain-free movement. We're heading into deeper hamstring length next. This move prepares the gateway. Hover just above the mat for 3 seconds each rep. Stay centered. Is your pelvis shifting? Or are you truly rotating at the hip? That just restored joint freedom. Now let's extend it through the hamstrings. This is where most people stop, but today you'll fall through the tightness. From kneeling, shift your way back, extend your front leg, flex the toes, keep the spine long as you fold forward. You're gonna feel a stretch running from your heel to your sit bone, gentle tug behind the knee. This lengthens your stride, protects your back, and relieves tension from yesterday's grind. I promise it'll feel like a reset. Tight hamstrings can compress your spine, even in standing. Flex the toes, lengthen the crown of your head. 5 seconds. Let's go. Are you rounding from your back or folding from your hips? That just released your back line, and now let's release the deep hips. Your glutes hold more than just soreness, they store stress too. Bring your right knee forward, shin angles across the mat. Extend your left leg behind you. Fold forward slowly. Breathe. You're going to feel a stretch deep in the right glute and outer hip, a gentle grounding in your breath. Pigeon clears deep tension that affects your spine, gait, and breath. I promise this move alone can change your walk. We'll mirror this one on the left to balance your base. Hold still, let the tension surface. Breathe through it, 5 seconds. Are you resisting the stretch or surrendering into it? That just opened one side. Let's complete the reset. Now that one side has released, don't skip this one. This is where you bring everything into balance. Bring your left knee forward, right leg long behind, hip square, breath steady. Fold forward as your body allows. You're gonna feel a glute and hip stretch, a shift in how one side feels versus the other. Balance isn't just physical, it's emotional. I promise this pose will help you find both. This pose taps into your parasympathetic nervous system, calming you from the inside out. Drop 1 inch deeper, final 5 seconds. Stay with it. Can you feel the difference between effort and release? That just balance your hips. Now rise to complete the cycle. Now that we've unlocked the back, let's wake up the front. Stand tall, grab your right ankle, knees together, press the hips forward, keep the chest lifted, core engaged. You're gonna feel a stretch in the right quad and hip, slight activation in the glute. This move resets posture, strengthens balance, and preps your body to move with alignment. I promise it's more powerful than it looks. We'll finish by mirroring the control on the other side. Squeeze your glute, lift your chest, 5 seconds here. Are you standing in balance or leaning into the stretch? That just activated one side. Let's even it out. This is your finisher, your balance check, your last alignment. Grab your left ankle, knees together, press hips forward, core stays tall. Breathe through the stretch. You feel an opening in the quad, a tension leaving the hip. A closing with quad control anchors your hip mobility we just built. I promise you'll walk taller because of this. When done daily, this move improves stride efficiency and reduces knee stress. No wobble, 5 seconds. Locked in, let's go. Are you standing from your center or fighting for balance? That just seals your mobility flow. Start with surrender. Let gravity do the work. This isn't about touching your toes, it's about letting go. Stand tall, feet under your hips. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Let your arms and head hang. Knees can bend. Breath slow and full. You're gonna feel a gentle stretch in the hamstrings, calves, and lower back. A calm release in the nervous system. This stretch decompresses the spine, reduces tension from your back line, and resets your breath. I promise it'll soften your entire system in 1 minute. Next, we take this same intention and widen the base, opening the hamstrings and inner thighs together. Bend your knees slightly and let your upper body drop 1 inch deeper. Are you actually releasing or holding tension in your jaw, neck, or breath? That just softened your foundation. Now let's widen the release. This is the stretch your spine and hamstrings have been waiting for, and your inner thighs didn't know they needed. Step your feet wide, a toe slightly turned out. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, reaching toward your right foot. Return to center, then reach for your left foot. Repeat. You're gonna feel length through the hamstrings, a gentle side bend, a release in the spine and inner thighs. The stretch increases flexibility in the adductors and opens the spine through controlled rotation. I promise it resets your balance and range before the day begins. This movement also improves blood flow to the brain, boosting clarity. Can you pause at the bottom for 5 seconds? Sink and breathe there. Are your legs doing the work or are you collapsing through your back? That just opened your back line. Now let's bring it to the hips. This move connects it all, hips, hamstrings, and spine in a single powerful flow. From standing, fold forward and grab your toes or ankles. Sit into a deep squat, lifting your chest. Press through your heels to stand tall again. Repeat slowly with control. You can feel a stretch through the hamstrings and glutes, a mobility in the hips, a strength in the legs. This flow improves posture, activates the lower body, and transitions you from passive to powerful. I promise it reawakens your natural range. Now that the hips are mobile, we drop into the core, where stability lives. Pause at the bottom of your squat for 5 seconds. Heels grounded, chest tall. Are you rising from your legs or pushing for momentum? That just activated your hips. Now let's roll deeper into the joint itself. Time to explore your hip joint, not just stretch it. This is gentle, powerful, and surprisingly therapeutic. Kneel tall, hands on hips or thighs. Slowly circle your hips in one direction, like a half hula hoop. Switch directions after 30 seconds. You can feel a gentle glide inside the hip socket, a stretch in the front, sides, and back of your hips. This builds awareness of pelvic control, helps relieve back pain, and restores rhythm to the base of your spine. I promise your walk will feel lighter after this. Hip circles can reduce stiffness in the knees and lower back when done mindfully. Widen your circle just 1 inch more without losing control. Are you gliding smoothly or jerking through sticky spots? That just read your hips. Now we reset your nervous system. We end with breath, softness, and surrender. This is where your body finds space again. Start on all fours, walk your hands forward, and sink your chest toward the mat. Keep your hips high, arms long, forehead to floor if comfortable. Let your breath expand into the ribs. You can feel length through your spine, a stretch in the shoulders, calm through the breath. This stretch opens the chest and shoulders while calming the mind. I promise it ends the flow with clarity and peace. This pose activates the parasympathetic nervous system, helping your body exit stress mode. Hold the final 5 seconds in stillness. No movement, just breath. Are you allowing space or resisting the release? Let's begin in tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Now reach your right arm forward and extend your left leg back. Hold for a second, then bring elbow to knee underneath you. Repeat. This isn't just about movement, it's about control, stability, reconnecting your brain to your core. You're waking up your posture muscles, the ones that decide how long you'll last today. I promise starting here will give your spine the alignment and your mind the clarity you didn't know you were missing. Beginners, keep the motion slow and tight. Advanced stretches, hold each rep longer with more squeeze in the glutes and core. Core stability begins before you even stand up. That's why we're starting low to rise strong. Now switch sides. Same setup, opposite side. Reach long through the left arm and right leg. Keep your hips square, don't let them tilt. Do you feel that yet? If not, pause. Brace your belly like someone's about to tap your stomach. That's your cue. I promise, this is how you build spinal strength without ever touching a crunch. Ready to transition? That just resets your core. Now let's unlock the quads. Stand tall, grab your right foot behind you, drawing the heel towards your glute. Keep your knees close together, chest lifted. This isn't just about flexibility, it's about reclaiming balance. Every step you take today relies on this relationship between hips, knees, and posture. Beginners, use a wall or chair for balance. Advanced stretchers, press the foot into your hand to open up the hip even deeper. Here's a fun fact. Your quads are one of the largest energy-draining muscles when tight. Let it go. Let it lengthen. Now switch sides. Left side now. Notice the difference? This side might feel tighter. That's normal. Most of us are one side dominant, and it shows up in how we walk, sit, even sleep. Use this time to balance it out. Hold steady. Breathe into the stretch. You've got 5 seconds left. Make them count. Now we're ready to bring it all together with one final dynamic move. Here's your challenge round. Stand tall, drive your right knee up, then rotate out to the side. Place it down, now left leg, high knee, big circle, and repeat. This dynamic opener mobilizes the hips while firing up your stabilizers. It's how you teach your body to move with confidence, not compensation. The deeper the circle, the more mobility you build. Keep alternating, keep lifting. This is how you finish strong, by unlocking the rhythm between core control and hip freedom. Final 10 seconds. Can you make the circles bigger? That's it. Breathe. You're done. Start on your knees. Sit your hips back towards your heels, arms reaching forward, forehead down. This is the posture of surrender. If your hips feel tight or your breath feels shallow, that's okay. Let your next exhale sink you deeper. I promise, just 60 seconds here can drop your nervous system into calm and tell your whole body it's safe to let go. Beginners, keep knees closer together for comfort. Advanced stretches, widen your knees and reach fingertips further. Did you know this pose mimics a fetal position? It's a subconscious reset for your brain. Stay here for 5 more seconds. Now roll up slowly. We're waking the spine next. Find your tabletop position. Inhale, arch your back, chest lifts, tailbone tilts up. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, and press the floor away. Think of this as your spine's morning breath. If you've been sleeping curled up, your vertebrae are craving this length. I promise this is how you energize the whole nervous system without breaking a sweat. Beginners, keep the motion slow and small. Advanced stretches, add a pause at each end of the breath. Feel that warmth waking up your back. That's your nervous system rebalancing. Stay with it. And now, lower down. We're going deeper. Lie flat on your belly, elbows under shoulders, press into your forearms and lift your chest gently. This is a subtle but powerful heart opener. and it speaks straight to your lower back. Don't jam, don't force, just breathe. Let gravity do the work. Here's something wild. This pose stimulates your parasympathetic nervous system. It literally helps you rest and digest. I promise, if you feel tightness here, that's tension your body's been carrying too long. Hold for 5 more seconds, and then exhale down gently. That just unlocked your back. Now let's loosen up your shoulders. Back to tabletop. Take your right arm, reach it under your left arm, and lower your right shoulder and ear to the mat. Let your left hand walk forward or press into the floor. This is your chance to wring out shoulder tension, especially if you've been slouched over screens. Beginners, keep your hips stacked over knees. Advanced stretches, reach the left hand overhead and rotate slightly deeper. This pose relieves pressure on the thoracic spine, the area most people never stretch. Do you feel that twist open you up? If not, press your left palm down just a little more. Hold it 5 more seconds. Now slowly unwind. Other side. Same move. Now reach your left arm under and across. This side might feel tighter. It's normal to be uneven. And it's wise to notice. Healing starts with awareness. The stretch isn't flashy, but it's functional. I promise, done consistently, it can completely shift the way your upper back and breath feel all day. Try to reach your left fingers a ½ inch further and breathe. 3, 2, 1, you're done.